let me welcome both our esteemed panelists for today. Um, a candid confession before we start. Uh, I think, as being a student of law and being a member of this esteemed bar association, uh, my faith in the democratic process has been reinforced all over again. Um, while both of you panelists and all other panelists to agree and come on this platform, uh, I think that if elections are sacrament to any democratic institution, then it is also very important to make an informed choice about those candidates. Because if there is no informed choice, I believe that the entire idea of sacrament gets futile. So at the very outset, I and my team express heartfelt gratitude to both the contestants who are present with us here today, who have taken out their precious time uh, to discuss, deliberate on their various agendas, which they will do once they get elected. Without wasting any time, let me introduce our esteemed panelists. Today we have with us Advocate Kanu Sharma. She has completed her education from Punjab University, has been practicing since 10 years. Moreover, she's a great enthusiast in when it comes to teaching. She takes judiciary classes through her application. Moreover, she's regularly visit to national universities, deliver lectures. Uh, Later, now we have Manjeet ma'am. She completed her education from GNDU, Punjabi University, has been on the legal aid panel of High Court, and also is a great enthusiast in delivering webinars and lectures. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Thank you for being with us here today. Thank you. I believe the entire idea of this panel discussion is clear with you. Initially, we will be giving you 3 to 4 minutes each so that you both can portray your ideas, as in, we can call it your election speech as well, wherein you will deliver as to what are your ideas and agendas. Afterwards, we will do a quick question and answer session in which there are a few questions which touch each and every bar member, which I will be asking to you. So over to you, Kanu ma'am, please.
First of all, greetings from my side to everyone who's present here. I have a bad throat, so kindly adjust with that.
No worries.
So, first of all, starting with my introduction, I'm contesting for the post of Joint Secretary in the upcoming Punjab Haryana High Court Bar Association elections 2020. And the aim of this panel discussion is to highlight the agenda behind the election manifesto of each and every candidate, which we generally talk about while we discuss it with the voters in the High Court. Now, first of all, congratulations to the team members who have initiated this for the very first time. And I know that ULS is part of that legal trendsetters category. So you have set a trend once again, just like others. So starting with my agenda, my election manifesto, I would like to talk about women participation first. First of all, women participation or women empowerment is generally a cliche idea. We talk about it. We have hopped about this problem that women are not participating. The talented women candidates are kept out of politics because of their social obligations or because of their gender issues. But we must understand that women empowerment and this gender gap because of which women are not able to participate is itself a human right. Before we talk about it as an election agenda, it is a human right, first of all. So as a female, I would like to encourage all the women present there in the bar to break those shackles and come out of their shells and realize their potential, just as I have done it in the recent past. I have just recognized my potential and have come out as a woman candidate in these elections. And surprisingly, this year, on all the posts, we have women candidates except the treasurer. So that is an achievement in itself. Women candidates are coming up for post of president also. So this kind of women participation should be encouraged. So this might be agenda of many other candidates, but when I am talking about it, my point is to convert this agenda into achievement, to convert this hankering of community, lawyers community regarding women participation into an actual achievement. See, we all have our promises. We will all talk about our promises, but actions are important. Execution of those actions are important. So when it comes to women participation, my first and foremost duty would be to implement this thing of women participation, encouraging women. Now, when we talk about encouraging women as part of other lawyers fraternity, most important thing required is to educate them. See, if we keep them ignorant about their rights, if we keep them ignorant about their potential, they are set aside from that particular path of achieving that political goal, which they might have dreamt in their college days. So to realize those goals, to realize those dreams, you need to encourage them as a future generation. My aim is to focus on future generation, the youth. If they will act and convert these promises into actions, only then we will have a good bar. Only then we'll be able to serve the bar in the best interest.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And what do you have to say in your opening remarks, Advocate Manjeet?
Hello, sir. Can I start my speech?
Please go ahead.
Hello. Yes. Respected member of legal fraternity, my senior colleagues and my dear friends, and very good afternoon to all of you. Today I'm standing here to speak here to tell you all about myself. Firstly, I would like to thanks to the entire Disputedum team who give me opportunity and chance to express my views among myself. Now I am here before you as a candidate of a post of Joint Secretary. And now, firstly, start the agenda and issues and manifesto in the elections. Firstly, I introduce myself. Since 2015, I am the member of this bar as actively, and I'm participate the all election process of the bar, and I know the practicing every day joyful. But some still issues the pending in the last many years, and I would raise the voice to the first issue is the stipends for the juniors, because I feel in this COVID-19 pandemic हमने जो देखा है कि जो young lawyers हैं वो हम अपने जो बार कोर्ट्स की फिजिकल हियरिंग बंद होने के कारण अपने घरों में चले गए और उनके पास रेंट देने के लिए भी पैसे नहीं बचे. तो उस इश्यूज के रिगार्डिंग हम ये चाहते हैं कि जो बार है मैक्सिमम स्टाइपेंड फिक्स करे 5,000 पर मंथ, जो एवरी ईयर यंग लॉयर्स इस बार में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं एज ए मेंबर ऑफ बार एसोसिएशन. तो हम अगर हमारी टीम आती है, हम एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी में अगर मैं इलेक्टेड होती हूँ, तो मैं ये रिकमेंड करूंगी कि पहले हम ये पूरी इंटायर टीम जो है बार एसोसिएशन के साथ मिलकर हम बार काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया और पंजाब एंड हरियाणा जो बार काउंसिल है उससे रिक्वेस्ट करके ये स्टाइपेंड जो है वो परमानेंट पर मंथ फॉर 3 ईयर फिक्स किया जाए. और दूसरी बात है वुमेन्स एम्पावरमेंट की, जो मैं मेरे लर्न कैंडिडेट जो कन्नू शर्मा ने बोली है कि वुमेन्स एम्पावरमेंट है जो एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट कर रही है एज ए कैंडिडेट. ये हम अप्रिशिएट करते हैं कि वुमेन्स एम्पावरमेंट भी बहुत होनी जरूरी है. लेकिन इसके साथ मैं ये भी रिकमेंड करूंगी कि वुमेन्स एम्पावरमेंट के साथ वुमेन्स के लिए एक ग्रेवियंस सेल भी बनाया जाए, जिसमें जो 2 जजेस हो हाई कोर्ट के सिटिंग और 5 सीनियर एडवोकेट्स हो, जो वुमेन्स के साथ रिलेटेड कोई भी इशू है, जो कोई कंप्लेंट है, जो उनको कोई मिस हैपनिंग होती है कोर्ट्स में, बार रूम्स में, जो उनको कोई प्रैक्टिकली इशू है, कोई उनका कोई भी इशू है, उसकी वो उस कमेटी में रिक्वेस्ट करे और उसका वो सोल्यूशन निकाला जाए. और दूसरी बात है जो हमारे सेक्रेटरी के कैंडिडेट्स हैं उन्होंने बोली थी कि हम करेंगे पार्किंग का इशू करेंगे, द चैम्बर्स, द सीट्स, ये इशू बहुत पुराने इशू है. अगर हम इस कमेटी में मैं आती हूँ, जहाँ हमारी कोई एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी बनती है, तो उनको मैं यही रिकमेंड करूंगी कि पार्किंग का इशू है जो इंटायर जो स्टेट अथॉरिटीज है, यूटीज अथॉरिटीज है, उनसे मिलकर, हाई कोर्ट बिल्डिंग अथॉरिटी से मिलकर उनको जो स्ट्रिक्टली रिकमेंड किया जाए और इसको स्ट्रिक्टली इम्प्लीमेंट किया जाए इस रूल्स को। और जो दिक्कत आ रही है पार्किंग की, मल्टी लेवल एक और पार्किंग हमारी जो बननी चाहिए, जो जगह बार ने पिछली बार में हमारी ने पब्लिक पार्किंग के लिए जो जगह रिकमेंड की थी, जिसमें वो जो पब्लिक है, जो क्लाइंट्स आते थे उनकी पार्किंग, उस जगह पर हम रिकमेंड करेंगे कि एक मल्टी लेवल पार्किंग एडवोकेट्स के लिए बनी जाए और उसके ऊपर एक चैम्बर्स बने जाए। जो न्यूली मेंबर्स है जिनके पास सीट्स नहीं है, बार में उनके पास सीट्स नहीं है, तो वो जो जगह है वो उन लोगों के लिए वो बनाई जाए बेसिस ऑफ सीनियोरिटी।
थैंक यू मैम।
हाँ जी, तीसरी बात मैं कहूंगी कि लेडीज बार रूम जो है वो बहुत छोटा है और बहुत हमारी लेडीज हैं, जो गर्ल्स हैं, जो न्यू आ रही है, उनके पास बैठने के लिए जगह नहीं है। और लेडीज बार रूम में हम स्टेट अथॉरिटीज या हाई कोर्ट अथॉरिटीज, जो भी बिल्डिंग अथॉरिटीज है, उनको रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि इसकी जो एरिया है वो एक्सपैंड किया जाए, एक नया लेडीज बार रूम बने, उसके साथ एक सेपरेट जो है लेडीज की कंटीन बनाई जाए और वॉशरूम अच्छे बनाए जाए, ताकि जो हमारी लेडीज मेंबर है उनको कोई भी दिक्कत ना आए इन फ्यूचर।
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू फॉर योर व्यूज। इट इज इंडीड
हेल्थ की बात की थी, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस ये मैंडेटरी की जाए, हर मेंबर जो बार का है वो इस हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस को बेयर, जो खर्चा है वो हमारी बार एसोसिएशन प्रोवाइड करे। जो भी मेंबर है उसकी एक हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस जो है वो मैंडेटरी की जाए, ताकि आने वाले टाइम में जो भी हमारे लॉयल फ्रेंड्स हैं, जो भी कोलीग्स हैं, उन्होंने जो फेस किया है इन ड्यूरिंग कोविड-19, वो फ्यूचर में ऐसा कुछ ना हो। थैंक यू।
Perfect, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your opening remarks. I think that indeed it is heartening to hear such enriching ideas as to how to take further the cause of women empowerment. Because I believe as being the only reserved seat for women, there's heavy onus on you as to how will you take this agenda forward. Recently, when I was visiting the election committee office, I was startled to know that there's only one female president which we've ever had in our history. It's been 70 years since we are independent, but still we see only one woman portrait there on the wall. I've heard a lot of innovative ideas from Manjeet ma'am. Kanu ma'am, do you have any other specific idea which we can, brainstorm and which we can specifically implement for women?
Yeah. See, for women, when she's talking about the grievance cell, see, I have a similar idea where committee members itself can form a body which will discuss the problems of women. See, whenever we indulge people from judiciary or senior advocates, generally those bodies do not work. That is my thinking and my opinion on that. So if we have elected a committee, what is their duty? They are elected, they are sitting on the chair. What will they do? They should address the issues of females specifically.
But any specific agenda or matter which you would want to take up
regarding female or any? I have many issues. I have many issues.
We will discuss them, but specifically regarding women.
Women, there's a problem of sanitation. I mean, the washroom issue is there.
Okay.
Right. And then I have an idea of recommending a common room for female lawyers.
Okay.
Like we have a common room, a big bar room for male lawyers near gate number 4. I want that kind of common room for females as well. There they can enjoy those games also, and a few activities of recreation we can have, so that their mental upbringing is preserved, right? These days during pandemic, everyone is facing those mental health issues. So to avoid that and to take out that frustration and anger which we all face, that is so normal amongst females, mainly because of the hormonal issue. So that kind of thing can be kept in mind to encourage recreational activities, not just carom board. We have much more to explore beyond carom board. So that kind of thing we can do. Yes.
Thank you for your views on this issue, ma'am. But this statement of yours bring me to my another important pressing issue which we have during our time. In this global pandemic, we see that so many individuals are suffering from mental depression. There are so many other issues which are related to health, especially these days regarding mental health. It's saddening to know that our bar has not done anything as of now regarding the mental health, because as we see that our profession has been one of the most affected in professions by this pandemic. Uh, I don't know whether you're aware or not, but American Bar Association and many other bar associations across the world have started a dedicated page for the lawyers, for judges, for their children, in fact, where they can put their queries and seek medical grievance redressal. What do you have to say about that? Because in these challenging times, mental health is a real issue. And I think as being an association, we need to step up for that. Manjeet ma'am, what do you have to say about the mental health, ma'am?
So for mental health ਜਿਹੜਾ issue ਹੈ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਰਨਿੰਗ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ COVID-19 ਦੇ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਐਵਰੀਬਾਡੀ ਇਜ਼ ਸਫਰਿੰਗ ਐਟ ਹੋਮ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਆਫ ਇਕਨੋਮਿਕ ਸਫਰਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਿਰਫ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੋਰਟ ਦੀ ਬੰਦ ਹੋਣ ਦੇ ਕਾਰਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਲਾਇਰਸ ਆ ਉਹ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਹੈਲਥ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਸਫਰਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦੇ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਬਣਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਜਾਊਗੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਦਾ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਕੱਢਿਆ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਲਾਇਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੀਰੀਅਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਗਰ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਜਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਇੰਪਲੀਮੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਲਾਇਰਸ ਕਿਉਂ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ in future ਇਹਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ 'ਚ ਸਫਰ ਨਾ ਕਰਨ.
And Kanuma?
My suggestion would be to appoint a psychologist for this. Appoint a personal, psychologist only for the bar members. We can have a room, separate room for psychologists where they can sit and talk. I will not say the word psychiatrist. That would be quite a heavy word. So correct. I would recommend a psychologist for a person like this who is suffering from some mental health issue, and organize some yoga camps. And we can organize online yoga also, not just because you have to visit the court and then attend those yoga courses. You can sit at home, relax, and go for meditation courses are also available. So these kind of courses we can arrange for lawyers. Why not? And refer them to a psychologist. Yeah,
I think that the quote that health is wealth has never been more true in our generation. I think that it's the most important thing which we all lawyers need to look at. I think that even if somebody of you does not get elected, or obviously one of them will be elected, but I think that this should be the common issue of the entire fraternity of the bar itself. Because you see that the rising fees of the psychologist, it's impossible for individuals to afford any of the psychologists. So I think that despite the political differences and about these elections, this thing should come up, and I think it will help the bar in a long run. Which brings me to my another important issue which we have at hand. See, it's always told that learning should never stop, and especially for lawyers who will give 1,000-page petition and still call it a brief. So I think that if we see the role of a bar, in furthering the academic development of lawyers, I think there needs to be done a lot of work so that the academic development of lawyers take place. What do you have to say about it, Manjeet ma'am? How do you think a bar can evolve and develop strategies which will further academic cause for lawyers?
So academic cause these issues we are in that time student, but in professional the academic is totally different. We are totally depends on the digital library. वो जो हमारी लाइब्रेरी है वो उसको हम डिजिटल करना चाहेंगे ताकि उसमें जो यंग लॉयर्स है जिनके घर में जो डाइजेस्ट नहीं है, वो अफोर्ड नहीं कर पा रहे, तो वो वहां पे आके फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट जो है जजमेंट्स जो देख सके. और हर यंग लॉयर्स के पास एक ब्रीफ जरूर होना चाहिए, ऐसी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होनी चाहिए. यंग लॉयर्स जो है वो हम जब हाई कोर्ट में आते हैं तो वी आर वेरी होपफुल कि हमारे पास इतना काम हो, और 4-5 साल तक हम ऐसे सफर कर देते, ऐसी गाइडलाइंस हो कि यंग लॉयर्स को इनिशियल स्टेट पर एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिले कि वो अपना जो काम है वो खुद सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन से कर सके, सीनियर की गाइडेंस लेकर. ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म उनके लिए होना चाहिए.
If I may add, Manjeet ma'am, here my idea of academic events was
आने चाहिए उनको अच्छे जो सोशल वर्कर्स है, जजेस है, उनको हमने एज स्पीकर प्रोफेसर्स लगाकर यूनिवर्सिटीज के प्रोफेसर यहाँ पे आए, वो अपने आइडियाज दें, सोशल वर्कर्स आइडियाज दें, ताकि यंग लॉयर्स को एक नया प्लेटफॉर्म मिले. ऐसे सेमिनार्स जो है बार में कंटिन्यू महीने में एक बार होना कंपल्सरी किया जाए.
Kanu ma'am, what do you have to say about it?
Sir, for me, knowledge is power. nothing beyond knowledge. That is why I never leave my academic field and totally indulge into my practice thing, because for me, knowledge is power. If I know everything, I'll feel powerful. If nobody else feels it, does not matter. But the point is, for me, daily updation of legal points, daily spreading legal awareness amongst advocates, amongst law students, most importantly, the future budding lawyers who have just passed from a law college and they don't know about anything. And then some tips for drafting, some tips for how to go for client counseling, and how to those nuances of practice, which are very important, which are totally different from the academic field. When we organize these webinars, when we organize these lectures, seminars, our main aim is to teach them the practical aspect along with the legal knowledge or the bookish language, which we say. We read books, we don't know about the practical aspect of that thing, right? So for me, that is important, that we teach them the practical aspect also. Then there is a very important point which I want to highlight here, that in High Court, generally daily we come across many orders passed by different judges of the High Court. And even the advocates who are not practicing in that particular field do not come to know about that particular order. And whenever they file a case regarding that, they do not know about that particular order given by that judge. So as a committee member also, as a person of academic field, it is my first and foremost duty to highlight those orders which are passed on daily basis in the High Court and spread them amongst the advocates, so that while filing their particular cases, they should know about that law which has come up in a particular state or passed by some Supreme Court, by some other court, other High Court or Supreme Court. So that's how I will talk about awakening.
Thank you, Kanu ma'am. Thank you. Without resorting to, do I have you? Yes. Without resorting to any euphemism, I take great pride in, informing everybody that Disputandum this year organized a panel discussion competition in which young lawyers came up, and basically it was a debate type of a thing, wherein senior advocates of the High Court, wherein the judges of the High Court came and judged the final rounds. Seeing the humongous response from the member of the bar, there's one thing which we noticed, that it's not always serious work which lawyers always want to do. They definitely want to discuss political agendas, views, pressing issues, because I think that there's no other intellectually awakened man other than a lawyer. So I think that if there's this idea of organizing some debate competitions, this idea of organizing panel discussions, because I think that from those debates and discussions is something wherein we can actually contribute a lot to the discourse of the legal field or otherwise other important issues. But thank you for your views, ma'am. Thank you. This also brings me to the other point which was mentioned by Manjeet, ma'am, which was regarding mentorship program. So what we generally see these days is that there's a huge gap between demand and supply. So there are certain seniors which are genuinely demanding some good lawyers whom they want them for work. So how do you think that we can, help young lawyers at the same time and bridge the gap between seniors and juniors? Is there any type of a formula with which the committee can come up with, which helps seniors and juniors at the same time? Kanu ma'am, do you have something to say about that?
I think the best idea is to have internships with senior lawyers. Immediately when you pass out from law school, you are not a lawyer at that particular point of time. You need to learn many things. So only to bridge that gap, you need to go for internships, or you can organize these mentorship programs. Like I had done this mentor-mentee program, where we used to, we were the mentors and the students were the mentees, right? So this mentor-mentee programs talks about their mental health issues, those suicidal tendencies, the tendency towards drug addiction. So when we are talking about this in a legal field, definitely will not talk about these issues. we will talk about something else, maybe regarding their practical aspects of practice, or anything which has something to do with the client counseling or drafting, or how to conduct a case in the courtroom, how to behave properly in a courtroom. So we can organize these mentorship programs, and obviously senior lawyers can anytime be very good mentors for junior associates. Thank you.
Okay. And Manjeet ma'am, do you have anything to extend your views about it? Anything else?
No, sir, thank you. I'm only expressing if I am elected, and then we are implement the agenda, and we उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं. जब तक हम आप खुद नहीं आते उस पार्ट ऑफ एग्जेक्टिव कमेटी नहीं बनते, तो हम बातें नहीं करेंगे, हम इम्प्लीमेंट करके दिखाएंगे. जो भी यंग लॉयर्स के हित में होगा, जो भी सीनियर्स का होगा, वो हम करके दिखाएंगे. बस यही मैं कहती हूँ. थैंक
यू. Furthering a conversation, I feel that lawyers are very gourmet people. They love food. हम सब वकीलों को बहुत अच्छा लगता है खाना खाना, and we have plenty of eateries. We have plenty of.
This is one of my issues.
So we are coming to that.
This is one of my issues.
So I honestly think, मुझे सही में ऐसा लगता है कि पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी में ऐसी और यूनिवर्सिटीज में ज्यादा competitive और अच्छी जगहें खाना खाने की rather than our high court premises.
Yeah, that's true.
देना चाहिए use canteen. Can you listen?
Ma'am, 1 second. I'll just complete my question and then we'll come to you.
Yes.
तो इस हालात में जहाँ पे हम ये देखते हैं कि हाई कोर्ट के पास बहुत कम ऑप्शंस हैं, क्या ये OTG, वेरका and all of these places, are these places equipped enough, और क्या हम इससे ज्यादा कहीं और आगे नहीं जा सकते हैं? With this eatery issues, एक और कंसर्न है. हम ये देखते हैं कि काफी लोग हमेशा कैंटीन कमिटी की तरफ भागते हैं. तो क्या हम उस चीज को बैलेंस आउट करने के लिए what are the measures which we need to take? हम उसके लिए और क्या कर सकते हैं? Kanu ma'am, what do you have to say about it?
See, पहली बात तो ये, when we press this idea of moving towards a canteen issue, the reason is you get better food than others. I am telling you. I have been part of canteen committee in my PU days. So that is the reason. I am totally dissatisfied with quality of food available in High Court. Number one. Number two, this substandard food which is provided in High Court is not available at nominal rates. Not everyone is from the same background. Not everyone can afford a pav bhaji. Pav bhaji, you can imagine one pav and the bhaji for rupees 160. Nobody can afford that. A normal person from a middle class background. Right? So that kind of issue, rather when I thought of contesting, this was my first agenda, because my love for food is inexplicable. So you cannot talk about that at all. I eat a lot. So for me, food is the main thing in the High Court, and I need to really improvise on that. Quality food at nominal rates, and cleanliness issue is must in these canteens. I'm telling you. Earlier also there was this hygiene issue in the canteens. I am telling you that. Then now because of COVID-19, obviously we have to take double care because of the hygiene issues during this pandemic. So my submission here would be that definitely we need to improvise on that. So as a committee member, I would suggest हम सब मिलके एक रेजोल्यूशन पास करेंगे जिसमें we will talk about this food and health issue. See, सेहत and सिक्ख्या दी गल असी कर ली, सेहत दी गल हुन कर रहे हैं. So सेहत और सिक्ख्या दो important चीज है, ठीक है? And for me, real wealth is health, right? So मैं तो I have earned my good health. Thank you so much.
बहुत शुक्रिया मैम. I think it fits perfectly what you've just said, and I think that this important issue will be touched upon, क्योंकि हमें ऐसे लगता है कि जब तक और कंपटीशन नहीं होगा मार्केट में, तब तक रेट्स नीचे नहीं जाएंगे, और जब तक रेट्स नीचे, बिल्कुल सही. मंजीत मैम, आपका क्या कहना है इस पे?
हाँ जी, मैं इस चीज से पूरी तरह सहमत हूँ, क्योंकि कैंटीन का और ईटेबल इशू जो है हाई कोर्ट का बहुत ही क्या कह सकते हैं कि इतना बड़ा इशू है कि हर एक को अच्छा हाइजीनिक फूड नहीं मिलता, और सही जो रेट है फूड के वो फिक्स नहीं है. जैसे हम बात करें पंजाब सिविल सेक्रेटरीट में, वहाँ पे सब्सिडी कंटीन्स है, गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा प्रोवाइड की गई है। यूनिवर्सिटी में जो सब्सिडी कंटीन है, वो यूनिवर्सिटी जो अथॉरिटी वो सब्सिडी देती है। ऐसे हम हाई कोर्ट में भी ऐसी कंटीन्स लेके आए जहाँ पे मैक्सिमम फूड का जो रेट है वो तय किया जाए, ताकि कॉमन मैन भी उसको जो है वो फूड हाइजीनिक और अच्छे रेट पे किया जाए, और उसकी क्वालिटी जो है बेटर की जाए। उसको कमेटी बनाई जाए कि वो उस फूड को हर महीने चेक करे कि वो क्या यूज करता है, कंटीन्स में कैसे है। तो ऐसे हम सब्सिडी कंटीन्स यहाँ पे जो हाई कोर्ट प्रिंसेस में है, विद द एफर्ट्स ऑफ यूटी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड स्टेट अथॉरिटीज या हाई कोर्ट की जो अथॉरिटीज है उससे उनसे बात करके हम ये कंटीन्स है वो यहाँ हाई कोर्ट में ऐसी कंटीन्स है वो स्टैब्लिश करें। नहीं करें।
लेकिन मैम आपको नहीं लगता इसके अंदर कि अगर हम उन लोगों से इतना कुछ डिमांड कर रहे हैं तो हमें भी उनको कुछ रेंट मैटर्स में सर्टेनिटी देनी पड़ेगी? क्योंकि जो आजकल हम देखते हैं, अगर एक छोटी सी दुकान है मैम, उसकी दुकान 3 फीट बाय 3 फीट की या 4 फीट बाय 4 फीट की, और उससे हम 1 लाख रुपए रेंट ले लेते हैं मैम। मैम अगर हम उनसे इतना एग्जॉर्बिटेंट रेंट चार्ज करते हैं तो उसके बाद वही चीज वो अपनी क्वालिटी कम करता है और उसके बाद वो प्रोडक्ट डिलीवर करता है। तो आपको इसमें क्या लगता है, जो रेंट इशू है, हाउ कैन वी मूव मूव फॉरवर्ड इट? हम इसको सॉल्व कैसे करें? हम इसमें सर्टिनिटी कैसे लेके आए?
सर रेंट इशू है वो जो मार्केट रेट के हिसाब से यहाँ पे रेंट जो है वो तय किए जाते हैं जाएंगे, वो तो कमेटी डिसाइड करेगी ना कि रेंट जो है मैक्सिमम फिक्स किया जाएगा ऐसी कंटीन्स के लिए, ताकि वो फूड की क्वालिटी भी अच्छी करेगी।
एंड कनू
रेंट
मैम
वो
आपका इस पे क्या कहना है?
Add on to this, please let her complete. Let her complete.
यस यस,
हाँ जी।
वो आवाज कट गई थी। हाँ जी मैम, मंजीत मैम।
हाँ जी, रेंट की जो हम बात भी कर रहे हैं, वो रेंट जो है कमेटी जो है बनाई जाएगी, वो डिसाइड करेगी कि रेंट जो है वो कितना फिक्स किया जाएगा। इसके बारे में अभी मैं रेंट के बारे में तो कोई कमेंट नहीं कर सकती, क्योंकि वी आर नॉट ए पार्ट ऑफ दिस कमेटी। एंड तो मैं तो सिर्फ सब्सिडी कंटीन्स की बात कर रही हूँ कि अगर हम आते हैं जो हमारी एग्जेक्टिव कमेटी में हम मैं इलेक्टेड होती हूँ, जो एग्जेक्टिव कमेटी जो भी बनती है वो सब्सिडी कंटीन्स जो है वो यहाँ पे लाए, गवर्नमेंट उसको सब्सिडी दे, तो रेंट का इशू वो डिफरेंट इशू है इसमें।
फेयर इनफ मैम। कनू मैम आपका इस पे क्या कहना है?
To add on to this, for me, when they set this amount of rent, this is bypass way of collection of funds for the high court, I'm telling you.
करेक्ट
So
करेक्ट
then we need to work on that.
करेक्ट।
Whatever fund is coming apart from these rents, we should utilize that properly, rather than thinking of ways to cut down or cut short of the quality of food and increasing the rent, and then avoiding directory that year. That is very important. Go for online directory, don't go for this directory, because they are cutting on their expenses because of this. They have used those expenses somewhere else.
करेक्ट।
We see where these are being used in reality. That is the main issue, sir. That is the main issue, that these funds are not properly utilized, and just to show that from where we are collecting this fund, see, we are collecting rents from the shops, and that is how they compromise with the quality then. So it is obviously directly linked to the rent. So this is the
So
issue which needs to be.
I think what you're suggesting is that the income generation is not the problem. The way the expenditure is being done is also an issue.
Yes, it is.
So we are quite hopeful then when this executive comes in, we should, or we will be able to see some drastic changes, especially with more choices in coffee flavors, because we are actually done with having that one flavor of coffee. Moving forward,
I am planning on having one CCD in our high court premises for sure.
I'll have to do touch wood for that. Yes, please. Moving forward, I think as we've discussed a lot many more issues. I think one of the most important issues which we have not touched upon yet is that of upgradation of library. I think that as being a young lawyer, when I go out and I see that there are very few computers which are attached, and moreover there are fewer, if I have to admit, law search engines which are present there. How do you think that you can make this knowledge accessible to lawyers? Because I think that the access of legal knowledge these days also becomes a huge problem because of the lack of infrastructure. What do you have to say about that, Manjeet ma'am?
हाँ जी सर, मैंने पहले भी बात की थी कि जो डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी है उसका हम जो है प्रोजेक्ट रखेंगे। जैसे पिछली कमेटी ने जो कोविड-19 के दौरान जो कंप्यूटर्स एक्सपैंड जो बढ़ाए हैं यहाँ पे, जो लॉयर्स के पास फैसिलिटीज नहीं है बीसी करने की, वो यहाँ पे आकर वो अपने केस लॉस करते हैं। तो ऐसे
करेक्ट।
ही हम आगे इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करेंगे कि ऐसे लॉयर्स को कोई इन फ्यूचर कोई प्रॉब्लम ना आए, और लाइब्रेरी को हम एक्सपैंड करेंगे और कंप्यूटर्स लेकर आएंगे और डिजिटल बनाई जाएगी लाइब्रेरी। और जो लॉ डाइजेस्ट हैं वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा, हम जैसे हमारे चावला पब्लिशर का लाइब्रेरी में ओनली डाइजेस्ट चलता है, कभी देखते हैं हम दूसरे पब्लिशर वो नहीं आ पाते, तो हम सारे ही लाइब्रेरी में लेकर आएंगे ताकि मोर एंड मोर रीडिंग जो प्रोसेस है वो प्रोफेशनल लेवल पे, जितना हम कहते हैं कि जितने लॉयर्स जितना रीड करते हैं, वी आर नॉलेज जो है वो रोज की रोज हमें जो अपडेशन है, अमेंडमेंट्स है लॉ की, वो रोज की रोज हर लॉयर के पास होनी चाहिए।
करेक्ट।
प्रोफेशन हमें अपनी जो प्रोफेशनल जो एबिलिटी है, जो हमने कोर्ट में अपने आप को प्रूव करना है, वो नई अमेंडमेंट्स के थ्रू लेके जाना। अगर हम इनके बारे में अवेयर नहीं होंगे तो हम कैसे अपने आप को प्लीड कर सकेंगे कोर्ट्स में। तो हर लॉयर की एक रीडिंग की जो है वो आदत डालनी चाहिए कि हम वो आदत लाइब्रेरी को डिजिटल करके लाइब्रेरी को और एक्सपैंड और अच्छी बुक्स और लाकर वो हम करेंगे कि यंग लॉयर्स लाइब्रेरी में ज्यादा से ज्यादा बैठें और अपनी वहां से तैयारी शुरू करें और उनको अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म मिले।
कनु मैम।
See, सबसे पहले जो problem which I faced as a lawyer was there was no newspaper available in the library. To your surprise and to everyone's surprise, there was no newspaper in the Punjab and Haryana High Court library, and that was actually a shock for me. And then I suggested to the earlier committee members, kindly provide some newspapers. And then again they have this issue of funds. They cannot use funds for providing newspapers, right? We should have newspapers at our home, and we should not ask for newspapers in the library. This is a very big issue for me, not for anyone else, maybe, because for me reading is leading. Maybe I do not get time at home because I have to get up and deliver a lecture, go to court, prepare my food, pack my lunch, and I don't have time to read newspaper. But maybe sitting at library, I might get time to read that newspaper and know about what's happening in the world, right? So that is the thing for me. That is an issue for me. I will try to allocate funds for newspapers first of all, because print media is very important, more important than social media. Mark my words. So for that I'll make some allocate some funds, and then obviously digital library is very important. Thirdly, when we talk about digitalization of library, right, we need access to digital world of books. Do you think we all are aware of technology at that level? Maybe not. Maybe not the senior advocates or senior in age. What I am trying to talk, that senior in age, above 50, they're not aware of these technologies. My father is not aware of this technology. So we should have some assistant sitting in the library to assist all these lawyers when they come to the library, that sir, this is the site of Manu Patra, you have to do this, and you can take out a judgment, or I'll help you doing that. So that kind of assistance, maybe we have people who take out printout for us or like that, but they don't assist you. They will simply ask. I think we should make them learn also that how to use it at your own place. There's no need to visit library every day. You can make them learn about those
Correct.
digital books available, and they can sit at home and have access to that.
And as being some points very well put by both the contestants, one suggestion from a young lawyer, we see that we do not have the search engines which which are there out there are extremely expensive. If at all there can be a deal between the Manupatra, SCC, or any of those publishers, that advocates who are enrolled with Bar Association will get a subscription at a subsidized rate. I think if this idea is incorporated, I think many of the advocates, that the legal gap will be fulfilled. Although it sounds very ironical at the time when we don't even have a newspaper, as Kanu ma'am has just pointed out, but I would still give this suggestion that I think that this is the need of the hour. Without wasting any other time, I think we are.
Can I add? Can I add on this? Can I add something to
very
this?
quickly, ma'am. Very
Because I
quickly.
had something, very quickly, because I had that in my agenda. I wanted to include this thing in the membership fee.
Okay.
So when we are paying for membership of High Court, this should be included in that.
Okay, that's a very novel
So
idea.
that can be a good idea, na?
Perfect. I think we've touched every other important issue, but I think that there's a huge audience which was watching your proceedings, and there are a few points which they have mentioned and one or two questions which they have sent in. I will put those points and questions to you. We got this comment from Manjeet Singh Sarao. Sir mentioned that, Kanu ma'am, you've given many suggestions, but there's also this other point that women are actually performing better in the courts. So what the person is trying to say is that performance matters, not empowerment. Thank you, sir, for putting forth your views. But there's this another question which we have from our viewers. That is, there must be separate parking, two-wheelers and four-wheelers for women attached with High Court in general. What are your views about that? Manjeet ma'am. I'll come back to you.
First of all,
Manjeet ma'am.
Okay.
Please put your question again.
Ma'am, the question was separate High Court parking, separate parking for women of two and four wheelers, ma'am. For women.
और इक्वालिटी नहीं हम यहाँ पे लेकर आएंगे कि सेपरेट पार्किंग और रिजर्वेशन ऑफ वुमेन्स की पार्किंग है, इक्वालिटी के बेस पर ही किया जाएगा जो भी होगा.
Okay, ma'am. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, Kanu ma'am.
See, thank you for the question, first of all. And I would like to answer it by saying that, sir, you have yourself answered it by saying that they are performing well. The moment they're performing well, they are empowered themselves. So, अपने आप को empower कर लिया उन्होंने by performing well. Their efficiency has increased.
Correct.
Since their efficiency has increased, they're performing well. They are already empowered. So, in a way, there's women empowerment in our High Court.
Correct. With this, I would like to wrap up our session. I would extend my heartfelt gratitude to both of the contestants who spared their precious time during this campaigning time and came here to express your views. I think we had a strong audience of more than 150 people who are currently watching you live, and these videos definitely will be circulated everywhere. So I think that the word will spread. This entire process has made me believe that this bar stand up for progressive measures. The ease with which every member agreed to come on board and, answer the questions which generally we do not see happening. It's heartening for me to see that this is happening in our bar association, and I'm very proud member of this bar association. So thank you, Kanu ma'am. Thank you, Manjeet ma'am, for sparing your time. It was indeed a pleasure listening from you. And I hope that the best person wins, and wish you all the luck in the upcoming elections. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much to the team. Thank you everyone who's listening. And I shall accept the mandate of the bar. Thank you so much for your unconditional support and love. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.